Hi, my name is Mark, one of the pastors here at Trillium. I've noticed in the news recently that there are several projects planned for Mars. There's actually one big colonizing project with many thousands of people being planned. And what's fascinating is that this project is oversubscribed. There are more people who want to go than there is space for. I'm kind of surprised because it's a one-way trip. There's no return ticket on this one. You go to Mars and you make it or you don't make it there. And I don't think people appreciate just how harsh the chances for life to take hold on Mars are. This is a very, very, very harsh environment for any kind of life. All the privileges that we have on the Earth are pretty much lacking on Mars. Things that we take for granted like liquid water and the right amount of heat. We're right in the Goldilocks zone of planets. We have it not too hot, not too cold. That axial tilt that we have, that's a godsend for us in getting the energy to move around the planet through seasons. The magnetic field that we're not even really that much aware of, except when we're putting magnets together, that magnetic field is critical for life because it protects us from solar radiation. And I could keep going down the list of privileges we have here on the Earth. One article I read listed 120 privileges we have. Another article listed 200 privileges, 200 criteria for life to take hold and flourish on any planet, including the Earth. And we have all those 200. And I think people, when they look at Mars, are dreaming in a sense, because Mars has almost none of those privileges. And therefore, life is going to be very difficult to sustain, even if it's extraterrestrial life. The Earth, in some sense, is a miracle. It really shouldn't be here. If you did the calculations on odds, it really shouldn't be here. There shouldn't even be one planet in the galaxy that can sustain life, maybe not even a planet in the universe. The statistical odds are so unlikely, and yet here we are. I look around at the miracle. I look at the vistas, the beautiful places in the world we can visit. Some of the places I have visited are so incredibly, stunningly beautiful. And the kind of creatures that we live amongst are sophisticated, incredible creatures. I mean, they're just awe-inspiring. And I'm getting a sense from people that there's a recognition we're not treating this miracle we call Earth very well. Kind of trashing the place. I think climate change is actually a placeholder for a general anxiety and understanding that we're not treating our environment very well, and that's something that needs to change. And I've been sort of ruminating in my mind what needs to change. And if I had to put it up on a screen, I would actually put a picture of my face on the screen. See, because I think the big change that needs to happen is I need to change on the inside. I could probably put your face up there on a picture on the screen too, because you're probably not that much of a different boat from I am. And I think the big change needs to happen in our understanding of home. See, most people understand their home as the house they live in, or the apartment or room they might rent. That's their home. And sometimes people will see their neighborhood as their home as well, something outside of their specific locality. You know, when I was out in Alberta working for a time, I saw Ontario as my home. And then when I went overseas to visit places, I saw Canada as my home. But I think the transformation, in me at least, is that I got to come to recognize that the Earth is my home. This whole planet and the whole ecosystem that I'm a part of is my home. This is my home, and therefore I should treat it with the kind of reverence that it deserves. And not just on a human level, but all the creatures that I'm connected with through this ecosystem, this oneness of life that interacts with itself over and over again. I recognize that all creatures are part of my family. Human family is more than just my biological family. And in fact, the family, the earthly family, includes all sentient beings, all creatures for that matter. We're part of one reality. And I think if I understood the Earth that way as my home, then I would recognize that my calling in this moment is to sustain my home in the way that it needs to be sustained, to revere it as a holy, holy place.